What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Joshua21. Today, I'm gonna teach y'all how to get waves in 2021. But first, before we do that, I'm gonna give y'all a little background history of my waves, my personal waves. Now, I had waves since I was 8 years old. 8 years old, I'm 19 now, so that's 11 years since I had waves. 11 years. I was in second grade, right? I was in second grade, and I had a friend, and he had waves as well, right? So I looked at his waves. I looked at his hair, and I was like, what hairstyle that is? I went up and asked him. He was like, waves. I was like, waves, what's that? He's like, waves. And I asked him, how do I get waves? I was so interested, so motivated into getting waves to the point where, dude, I went straight on YouTube right when I got home and looked up how to get waves, swear. Now I then asked him what do I need to get waves? And he said, bro, you just need the brush, put some grease in your hair, do-rag, repeat. Do it all over again. Repeat. Keep going. And I was like, okay, that sounds easy. Not really. And then that's when I first told myself I need a brush. I could have got my own brush, but I went and go get my brother's brush. I used my brother's brush. And then, I used it. I didn't use no grease first. I just used straight, I just brushed. I didn't use no water either. Just straight brush, bruh. Straight brush work. Now, I started off just brushing. Yes, I seen a little bit of ripples. I seen a little bit of waves, but it wasn't like a, roller coaster level waves, And that's when I bought the grease. My first grease was called Sassy Waves. Now, they don't sell it in the stores no more. I don't know why, but that was a good wave grease. That got me waves in a day. So serious. And that's when I got a do-rag. Now, when I got the do-rag, I was a beginner. I didn't know what type of do-rag. I got a polyester do-rag. Never get those. I'm gonna explain that later. That's when I got the do-rag, and I did the method, the process, brush. Well, put the grease first, brush for like 30 minutes to an hour, do-rag it up so you could go to sleep with it, and then boom, do it every day, next day, repeat until you see progress, until you feel satisfied. And then I used to bring my brush to school in second grade. I used to get in trouble. My math teacher gave me a red light. A red light elementary. Now, if you don't know what I mean by red light, we used to get different, green light, yellow light, red light, depending on how good or bad we was during the day. Of course, green light means you did good. Yellow light, you did so-so, and red light, you did bad. Now, I got a red light because I was just brushing my hair. I was a good math student. I was a good student, but I was just brushing my hair. She did not like that, and she gave me a red light. Now, up to this day, now that I got my waves fully formed, however I like it, I'm very satisfied. I know how to do it. I know what to do. And since I'm basically an expert, experienced in this field, I could basically give you guys a heads up, some knowledge and tips on how to get waves in 2021. I'm gonna teach y'all the old school way. First thing you wanna do is cut your hair. Cut your hair to a low boy. Probably not like this level, but a little lower. And tell your barber you want a wave cut, and he'll understand. He'll know what length to cut it down at. So you cut your hair. Now you go in the mirror. You look at your crown in the back, and it's like a little bald spot in the back of your head. And that will determine what type of waves you should go for. Either 360, 540, or 720, depending on what you like, whatever floats your boat. Now, I have a 540 now. I used to have 360, but I graduated from 360 to 540. Will I go to 720? No. 720 is not for everybody. It's too much. Hard to lay your hair down with the 720, so people don't really, get a 720. Or 540 is basically a 360, but with a swirl. But you do have to brush in different angles. Now I'm not gonna go too deep on like, you know, the swirl and the beehive crown. You could just Google that or just go for whatever you want. But 360 and 540 is the most like common and more easier if you want to. And a 180. A 180 is just on the top of your head with like a fade and, you know, all that good stuff. The equipment that you need. The first thing I would recommend to get is a brush. Now this is a Torino Pro brush. You guys probably can't see it. It's 100% boar bristle, kind of pricey. You can get it off at Amazon or brushkings.org. Everything that I will be showing you will be linked in the description. Don't worry about it. Now, this brush is 100% boar bristle, no synthetic bristles. Do not use synthetic bristles on your hair. Why? Because it would drag out the essential oils and the grease out your hair, making your hair dry and brittle, and it won't look healthy. Your waves will not look healthy. Get 100% boar bristle. It's natural for your hair. Brushes your hair nice, and you'll be set to go. Now my waves kind of look rough. They don't look good perfectly right now. I washed it yesterday, and they all out of the place. It's scrambled. My waves looking real rough. Second equipment that you need, your do-rag. Now I got this do-rag like a year and a half ago off of Amazon. It's a velvet texture, red velvet. It does me good, but I do not like it. It's silky on the inside and velvet on the outside. I do not 100% like it. Why? Because it's kind of heavy on my head when I sleep, and I sometimes wake up in the middle of the night, and it's not lightweight. That's what I want to say. It's not lightweight. It's kind of heavy. Now, speaking about do-rags, do not get a polyester do-rag. I'm telling you, polyester, I forgot what they said about polyester, but I do know it does not hold moisture in your hair. Silky do-rags, get a silky do-rag to hold that moisture in your hair. It lays your hair down real good, makes your hair shine. You'll be good, set to go. Now the last thing that you'll need is a grease or wave pomade. This is called Sporting Wave. I had that for like about 5 to 6 years. I haven't used it in like 3 years. I don't use grease like that no more. Why? Because I remember one time I put too much grease in my hair. I went for a haircut. My barber cut my hair. He couldn't cut it completely because the grease got stuck in his clippers, and he got mad at me. And ever since that day, I was like, you know what? No grease. I don't even need grease. I can just use cold water. Another thing you'll need is a oil moisturizer for your hair. Keeps that hair shiny, looking good. You don't want to put too much of hair products in your hair that will clog your hair follicle and the pores in your head. But it's good. It's good to have this. It's good to have this. I don't use it a lot. It does me justice. It does me justice for sure. Okay, and last but not least, for the equipment, you need a comb. Why you need a comb? Because a comb, when you comb out your waves, if you have forks in your hair, you could comb out the forks and they'll be straight. You'll have roller coaster waves. It won't be no intercourse or collision or crash with another row of waves. That's why you need a comb, to comb out those forks that you have in your hair. Washing your hair. When you wash your hair, do not wash your hair in hot water. Why? Because hot water frizzes your hair. It doesn't keep your hair laid down. It frizzes it. It strips the natural and essential oils that your hair needs, so it could give you that natural shine and that, grow healthy, make it grow healthy and all that. Hot water is not good. Use cold water. Cold water lays your hair down, gives it a nice shiny look. I know mine's not looking shiny right now, but probably not in the camera, but it is in the mirror. That's what cold water does. It gives you that, that laid down feel, and it makes your hair shine. The benefits of having waves. Number one, it's presentable. Your waves are presentable, meaning that no matter where you go, you will always look, you will look clean, fresh, whatever. It's waves. Everybody loves to look at waves. You could just get a tape line, brush it up, lay it down, and you will look like you just got a haircut. You know, you just need a take. You don't need a full haircut. That's how presentable it is. Too, people will start to like you, and what I mean by that is, you know, everybody loves people. Everybody loves people with waves. You know, they, you know, stare at it. I see people staring at my waves, want to touch it, want to be around me more. People with waves are like cool and chill for some reason. You know, they ask you how to get it, how you got it, you know, your background, the story, what motivated you, all that good stuff. Bro, you will start to motivate people to get waves. Now, I can't count on my fingers of the amount of times people came to me and asked me, Josh, how you get waves, this, that, and the other. Bruh, I made people cut their afro, dreads, braids, whatever, anything that's not waves. I made them cut their hair just so they could get waves. Like, I motivated them. When they cut it, they came to me. Everybody comes to me for some reason to know how to get waves and stuff. I don't know. Like I said, once you have waves, you just attract and motivate certain people. I just don't know. But yeah, that is it. That's exactly how you get waves in 2021. If you want to get some like wave products, all that good stuff, this, that, the other, grease, brush, comb, do-rag, whatever, link will be in the description. It's your boy Josh 21. I'm out.